everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be moving through a very gentle, short flow that will start down on the floor. So, maybe down here, we're going to start down on our backs. Take the feet mat distance, spine nice and long, and just allow the body to be heavy. So our practice today is really about tuning into sensations in the body, noticing the breath, just seeing if we can keep that idea of being present with us throughout our practice. So noticing the breath. We breathe in and we breathe out. And as we hold our awareness here, we begin to lengthen the breath. Expanding into the belly, the ribs, and the lower back. Releasing down into the floor. As we begin to move, we're going to drop the knees over to one side and windscreen wipe them back over and to the other side. So just rocking left to right, right to left. Allowing the body to move. When the knees are to the right next, we pause here, let them become heavy. Maybe we look over to the left. Breathing into the belly. Head and knees back to center and over to the other side. We melt down into the floor and we notice our breath. We notice anything that may be there in the body. We come back to center, hugging the knees into the chest. So as tight in and active as you like here. I'm going to just move through the ankles a little. So circles, both directions, maybe some pedaling out of the feet. Whatever calls to you, we're just moving through the ankles there. And then finding stillness, softening through the feet. We're going to take those hands to the backs of the thighs and reach the legs up to the sky. And the legs don't need to straighten here, but we are going to point through the toes as best we can. Tailbone is down on the floor, and then we're going to draw the toes towards the face, opening through the back of the legs, and then point and flex. So if you need to pause, you need to point, that's absolutely fine. Maybe we take some circles here again with those feet. Just noticing how the leg muscles move with the feet and finding stillness here, bending the knees back down into the chest, hands on the knees. I'm going to circle, keeping the knees together, creating some circles here, drawing the circles with the knees. As big or as small as you like, you can absolutely keep those hands on the knees, or we can let the hands melt down to the floor and engage a little bit more through the abdominals to help circle those legs. Next time the knees are to the chest, we'll change direction. Remember, as big or small, try and keep those knees together, but just really noticing that movement. And we come back in. Release the feet down to the floor, and we'll roll all the way over to our side. Coming up to a nice tall seat, and that can be cross-legged or legs wide. We're tall through the spine, reaching through the top of the head, grounding down through our seat. Hands can rest on those knees. And with our breath, we're going to roll the spine back, shoulders come forward, and then bring the chest through, shoulders squeeze behind, opening and closing through the chest, rolling the spine, moving with your breath. Of course, at any point, if you need to pause or hold and work into a particular area, you can absolutely do so. And we slowly come back to our nice tall spine, our neutral position. Left hand to the floor, right hand opens up to the sky, finding a side bend. That top shoulder stays nice and open. We're pausing here. Muscles through the face are soft and either gazing down, forward, or up under the arm. We come all the way up and over to the right. Breathing here. All the way up and over to the left. This time we're going to reach that hand forward towards the floor and open. Maybe we tap the floor, maybe we don't. We're just exploring here. Open and close. Next time we're open, little pause. We come all the way up and over to the other side. Find that space through the torso, through the ribs, and then we're opening and closing that hand forward and back. Keeping that little side bend through the spine. And we meet at the top. Reach both hands to the sky. Shoulders can come up around the ears. Really stretch, 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 and melt it all down. Again, we'll sweep those hands up, but keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. We'll find a twist to the right, left hand across the body. Tall spines, connection to the abdominals. Maybe looking back over that shoulder. Maybe we move a little through the neck, just seeing what it is that you need. And then we find stillness. If we're moving the neck, we reach the hands back up and over to the other side, twisting the other direction. Full breath in and out. We can move that neck if it calls to us. Maybe a different way to the other side. And then we release, we come back to center, nice and tall. And then let's take those hands behind us. Fingers point either into the body or away. And we're squeezing the elbows together, lifting the chest. Maybe the head drops back. So really getting into the chest here, opening through the front line of the body. Soften the face and keep that breath flowing. Coming up and out nice and gently. We're going to roll over the ankles to a tabletop position. If that feels a little challenging, well, then we just all are going to meet in tabletop. There's no right or wrong here. We're making our practice our own. So we're in that tabletop position. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Bellies are strong. We're going to tuck the right toes, press in to that foot. Leg is long and just rocking forward, rocking back. Forward and back. Forward and back. When we're ready, we're meeting in a neutral position, engaging through the abdominals and the glutes, and we're lifting that extended leg nice and long. If we're up for the challenge, we're going to also sweep that left hand, opposite hand forward, really nice and strong. Reach the fingertips away from the toes. Breathing here. Feel that strength through the body. Hand comes down, and we're going to take that leg all the way out to the side. Nice long spine here. Dropping the belly down. So think our cat-cow spine here, adding in some spinal movement. And it's going to really feel right for what's going on in your own body. So really listening and tuning in and just getting in a bit of spinal movement there. Eventually we come to stillness, and that left hand's going to come under the face, right hand sweeps open to the sky, maybe looking up at the fingertips. That hand comes down. We put both hands under the shoulders and bring that leg in. Little wriggle through the hips. We meet in stillness. We take those left toes back and we're pressing back, rocking forward. Back and forward. Back and forward. Eventually meeting shoulders over the wrists. We engage and lift that left leg nice and long. So lots of control here. Playing around with our balance, we lift that right hand up, reaching hand and foot away from each other, keeping the hips even and that connection to our abdominals. And the breath as even as we can. Hand comes down and we take that left leg all the way out to the side. I'm just going to adjust so we can see from this angle here. We want left leg, right knee in line, hands out in front under the shoulders. And that spinal movement round the spine, drop the belly. We all find stillness. Right hand center under the face, that left hand sweeps open to the sky. Give the fingers a little wriggle, check that we're soft here. We bring that hand down, leg comes back in line with the other one, and big toes together, knees wide. We're going to make our way into a child's pose, come off the wrists. So reaching the arms forward, perhaps the forehead rests down on the ground. Maybe we have a little bit more space and rest the forehead on a block. And we just come back to our breath. Take this time to tune into the body and breathe here. Peeling ourselves up. We're going to tuck the toes, knees come together, lifting up to a downward dog. So the hips are reaching high, and we can keep the heels high and the knees bent to start with, and just pedal out through the feet. Now, I like a little bit of a sway as well, so the bent knee is going to come across the body. Just make it a little bit more of a flowy, somatic movement. But whatever you need, we're just, maybe stillness is where you're at and you want to just hold that downward dog. Otherwise, a little pedal, a few more rounds of breath here, just really finding some space through the body. And then we all meet in stillness. Breathing here, press the floor away, come down onto the knees. Walking those hands over to the right. Breathing here, just opening through that side body. We walk the hands over to the left. We come back to center and bring that right foot out in front to meet in a lunge. Hands frame that front foot. If you need a block underneath each side, feel free to grab one. Otherwise, we're just holding that lunge, lengthening through the spine, connecting to our breath. Shifting the weight back, hold for a breath, melt the upper body down, and then we're just going to shimmy forward and back. Flossing out through the hips. Breathing here. Shifting the weight back to that lunge. Nice strong bellies. We're going to come all the way up. Reaching the hands tall, but the shoulders away from the ears. The face is soft. Feel that strength through the legs. Connect with the breath. If there's wobbles, that's okay. All a part of the practice of meeting yourself where you are today. Hands come down, and we're going to shift, switch sides. So the left leg is going to come out in front. You find that lunge. Inner thighs are nice and active. Our face is soft. We find length through the spine. Shifting the weight back, a little hold here, lengthening through that front leg, and then shifting forward and back. We flow forward and back. And we're going to meet back in that lunge. Connect to the abdominals, lift the hands, the upper body up. Breathing here, the hands are soft. Now we bring those hands down. And coming all the way out, back onto the heels. So making our way to our heels. If we have knee issues, you can absolutely take the legs out in front. If we're on the heels, feet are together, connection to our bellies. We're just going to take those hands behind us. So squeeze the heels of the hands together. If we need a strap, feel free to grab one. We're pulling the hands back behind us, maybe searching for a bit of a lift, just exploring that range of motion there. We don't want to arch too much, so just trying to keep the spine nice and long. It's opening into the chest, and perhaps we'll feel that a lot through the front of the chest. And then both hands, keep that interlace. They're going to come over to the right. Squeeze the elbows, and then maybe even drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Really opening up there. Stacking the spine. We're going to take the hands back behind, open and over to the left. Breathing here. Exploring, dropping right ear to the right shoulder. We stack the spine and release the hands. Give them a shake. You can just allow that movement to go through the whole body. And then we're going to come all the way forward to find our Sphinx pose. So however we get there is completely up to you. We want to be on our forearms, pressing into the floor. Connection to those abdominals, and the shoulders are back. So we're nice and long through the spine. If you want to move a little through the neck, through the hips, it's absolutely fine. Maybe we just hold and feel that strength through the body and notice the breath. Awareness into the legs. We're going to take awareness to the left leg. Bend from the knee and bring that foot in towards the bum. Nice and slow. And we take it back. Right foot in towards the bum, bending the knee. I'm just going to alternate a little here. Left to right again, as fast or as slow as you need. We breathe in, breathe out. Last one each side. Wonderful. We come back to that Sphinx, soften the feet. Left arm's going to come center of the body. We're still pressing all that weight in and lifting up and out. We're going to bend the right foot, take that right hand back and press hand into the foot. Now, we want to try and have our chest as far forward as we can so that we're not twisting back to the side, but, meeting yourself where you are today, so that's okay. But we're reaching the chest forward, reaching the foot into that hand. If we need a strap, that's absolutely fine. We can bring that hand a little closer to the foot with a strap and opening the chest here. So we want to keep those shoulder blades working and the chest lifted. Find that space. Gently with control, we release. We come all the way down. Any wriggles that we need, we can take them. And then it's right hand center, left leg bends, left hand reaches back, grabs that foot. Again, if we need the strap to bring that foot closer or the hand closer to the foot, we can absolutely grab one or a tea towel, and then we're pressing into that foot. Just feeling the front line switch on. I really feel it into my quads. Breathing here. Keep lifted through the chest. And gently release. We come all the way down. Stack the hands, rest the head. Rock the hips from side to side. Just releasing. We find stillness. We're gently going to peel ourselves over onto our backs. So finishing up on our backs. Feet can be to the floor or legs long in that traditional Shavasana. Tuck the shoulders under. We breathe in and out. We let go of any effort on the breath. We let go of any effort in the body. We soften all the muscles from the head down to the feet. We feel the floor below. We allow ourselves to melt, to become heavy. Feel free to stay here as long as you need. When we are ready, gently inviting some movement into the hands and the feet, anywhere else that we may need. We make our way all the way onto our sides and press up to a comfortable seat. So whatever that means for you, if you need any more wriggles, feel free to take them. And we can settle into one more little moment of stillness. Please thank yourself for showing up, carving out some time in your day for yourself. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to leave a comment, like the video, like my page, or hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.